Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one piece of love. Reporting live from the Dogon. You know what it is. This is another session of Mackin' with Mac. Book review series. So yeah, let's talk about it. The book I will be reviewing today is How White Folks Got So Rich. What an interesting title, right? How White Folks Got So Rich. The Untold Story of American White Supremacy. There is no author in this book in the sense of an author. Like, H.G. Wells or Huey B. Newton. There's no titled author. But it's clear that this book was produced by the Nation of Islam. So I'm entertaining the fact that it probably was a collective effort. But yeah, this book is very well written. It's very concise. It pretty much outlines the infrastructure of white supremacy as it exists, how it came to be, how its functionality, and who it has had a negative impact on, which is pretty much all non-white people. There's a lot of, the people who I want to read this, besides my people and all indigenous people, I want white people to read this. So maybe this can get them to understand our rage, our ire, our discontent with white supremacy. They can see that white supremacy is a functioning body. It is a reality. It is not something that just exists in title. It does not have a nominal existence. It's real. It's real. And not only is it real, it has literally carved out this country to become what it is today as we know it. It is still ever thriving, and it is still ominous. It's still ever present. It's not a myth. But let's get to the book. The book actually starts off talking about how white supremacy impacted Native Americans or Native Americans. And it said, let me get to it, the Red Holocaust. The Red Holocaust was a systematic, calculated, and extremely profitable. Colonial merchants supplied the British, Dutch, French, and American armies to ethnically cleanse the Indian nations from their ancestral lands. Once the armies retreated, it was those merchants who surveyed, divided the land into lots, and began selling them to white settlers. The land's value was created out of thin air, and these property rights were then protected by the armies of the U.S. government, of the new U.S. government. Legendary frontiersmen like Daniel Boone and even pre-President George Washington were actually surveyors in the employ of these merchants, measuring out property lines and killing all Indians that remained. The force Washington led fought 20 battles in 10 months against the people who had lived on that land for thousands of years. Between 1787 and 1781, America entered into over 400 treaties with the Indians. Treaties, right. And promptly broke every last one of them. President Andrew Jackson's Indian Removal Act of 1830 initiated a series of genocidal wars against the remaining Indian nations. The policy confined survivors to about 310 reservations where they can be found today as wards of the United States. And when you think about it, it's really sad to see how the natives were here first, and they pretty much were told, okay, yeah, it's cool that you're here, but you got to get the heck on. And they actually created something called the Dawes Act. The Dawes Act was pretty much a means by which they pushed the Indians off the land and told them, look, you can come back, but you have to pay a tax. So it's like somebody kicking you out your house and telling you can come back, but I'm gonna tax you more to stay here. I know some people may be like, well, Maurice, Native Americans own your ancestors. They own slaves too. I get it, but I'm still empathetic towards tragedy, towards disenfranchisement, towards oppression. I think that's the thing about being black, you start to see how even people who were oppressed, how they end up oppressing you. But that's a whole nother conversation. I'm gonna stick to this book. Ultimately, the Indian Holocaust netted for the white man 2.3 billion acres of free land. Land that has government estimated value of $23 trillion. But yeah, one of the terrible things about white supremacy is it'll disenfranchise you politically, and then it'll try to destroy you socially. And what do I say by socially? I say it'll try to destroy you socially in the sense of trying to destroy or corrupt your image, or reamalgamate your image, reanimate it into something else. For example, when I was a little boy watching, cartoons, watching TV, I used to always wonder, like, dang, why these Indians, the Native Americans, why are they always fighting? Why are they always fighting the good white cowboys? They always want to fight them. White boys just chilling, and the Native Americans come out of nowhere, and they just want to fight them. So the image was their spiritual system was evil. It was immature. It was I guess their spirituality was something that was something that needed to be controlled and stopped, and they needed to convert and become Christians. But again, socially, the image, they attacked the image of the Native Americans and made them look like savages, like they were somehow subhuman, and they needed these white folks to Christianize them and make them good. So it starts off talking about the Native Americans. And this is a book you can't just read once. You gotta read this again. This is, it's streamlined, it's concise, and it's very detailed. And they did all this in under 300 pages, which is amazing, because you could teach a semester off of this off of this book. You could teach a semester. Another thing about the imagery, a lot of white people pushed, because I just said how white supremacy attacks you socially, your image. One dynamic that they talked about in this book was just how religion was used specifically against black people to make them look like not only that they were savages, but that they were spiritually they were spiritually bankrupt and had that they were lacking spiritually. The Hamitic curse, which is pretty much one of Noah's children saw him naked, and apparently Ham and all his descendants, now they'd have curly hair, they have dark skin and broad lips. This is not true, but being black is not a curse, but it was propagated through a white supremacist spiritual narrative. Then another thing that they talked about, and W.B. Du Bois actually talked about this in the book The Philadelphia Negro. It was known that, when we came out of slavery, let me read this. Thomas Nelson Page said that after slavery, the black man was without a rival in the entire field of industrial labor throughout the South. 95% of all industrial work in the southern states was in his hand. He was fully competent to do it. Every adult was either a skilled laborer or a trained mechanic. So what I'm saying is, you had these black men who had all these skills, yet they were unemployed out of slavery. It's like, okay, I have the skills, I was trained, and now I'm free, and there's nowhere for me to use my skill sets. And then on top of that, they created vagrancy laws, the black code laws, where you literally could go to jail for not having a job. And it's like, I'm trying to get a job, but I'm blocked out. And a lot of times, these black men were blocked out because they were not allowed to join the unions or the guilds because they were black. AFL, what is it? Caucasian laborers, while denying licenses and permits to the black skilled craftsmen, further pushing black men back into dead-end, low-wage work under white authority. AFL-CIO's George Meany, president from 1955 to 1979, once remarked, "It never occurred to me to have niggers in the union." By 1967, blacks comprised just 8% of construction trade unionists in the plumbing, sheet metal, electric, asbestos, and other trades had only 1,400 black members out of a membership of 330,000. Today, the weak and ineffectual anti-discrimination laws make it easy for the construction unions to evade compliance with the anti-discrimination laws, just as their founding father, Samuel Gompers, had intended. So yeah, that's systemic infrastructure. Black men were not allowed to get into these guilds, these unions, to work as plumbers, electricians, what have you, different skilled laborers. They aren't allowed to do it. So what happens? Criminality ensues, poverty ensues. What did Aristotle say? Revolution is the parent of crime and revolution. Wait, poverty is the parent of crime and revolution. That's so true. Yeah, like this book, it kind of it makes you upset because I mean a lot of this stuff is stuff I knew already, but not in this much detail, so it gave me a deeper understanding. You just see a pattern in this book. Essentially, white people they've crafted out a system by which they could control the social mobility of other people, specifically non-whites. Non-whites essentially were supposed to be the burden bearers of this nation, to have the menial jobs, to be economically cut off and subservient to white people. Let's see, let me read something else from this book. American white supremacy sits tenuously on a rickety scaffold of myths, lies, and deceptions, but its physical reality fits firmly on a rock-solid economic foundation. A century and a half after the end of legal slavery, white households in the United States are worth $144,200, almost 13 times the wealth of black households at $11,200. Nearly 40% of black families have zero or negative net worth. Even high-income blacks have assets of only $18,000, while middle-income whites have $74,000 in assets. I mean, a lot of times they want to attribute us to be, oh, you guys don't work hard, you're lazy, you need to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. But nothing could be further from the truth. The system was created, the good old boy system, was created by white people to block out non-whites. And in that process, they were able to accrue wealth. So black people were still playing catch up. I mean, white people had a 300-year head start. And then even after slavery, they created laws and policies to pretty much put all non-whites in an economic chokehold. Can't say enough about this book. Some people, I want to quote Barry Switzer, some people are born on third base and go through life thinking they hit a triple. And that's pretty much how it is with white supremacy. A lot of these white people have inherited money. They've inherited wealth. They inherited the money that their parents made off of owning other people. Their great-great-great-great-grandparents, that slave money. A lot of institutions, Georgetown, Harvard, University of Virginia, they actually accepted slaves or enslaved people as tuition payment. But yeah, this book is full of jewels. I suggest you pick it up, How White Folks Got So Rich. I could do 10 different book reviews on this because there's so much to point out in here. But I definitely think it's worth picking up. I'll put the link on how to get it in the description box. Each one teach one, peace up, peace out. Thumbs up, give me the likes, thumbs up, give me the likes. It's the homie Mac, man. I'm out.